Thank you for taking time out with Premier Sports Officials Association. Sean Johnston here from Omaha, Nebraska with football training tape number 2 for NSAA football officials, coaches, players, and spectators. When we do these training tapes each week, what we try to do is find plays with NFHS differences and then points of emphasis throughout the season. And then as we get deeper into the season, we'll use and find like specific game-changing plays. But each of these plays, we're going to be looking at officials' positioning, official signals, officials' movements. When rules are applied or not applied, we're going to give rule references, philosophies, and reasons why the rules are made. Then each week we're going to try to also include a clock management situation. All right, so with no further ado, let's take a look at this week's plays. Play number 1 will deal with illegal helmet contact. Rule 221C, which states using the crown of the helmet to initiate contact against an opponent is illegal helmet contact. The main rule difference here in high school football, illegal helmet contact, in this case sparing, is not an ejection in high school football. Case play. 4th and 8 at the B14. A backwards pass to A45, who throws a forward pass to A1 that falls incomplete in the end zone. So we have the rule, which we're about to view. We have the case play. Now let's go to the play. So here we have 8 minutes and 14 seconds left, 14-6, and we got 4th down, 8 to go, 14-yard line. So pre-snap mechanics. The strong side is the line judge side. So the back judge will have the widest receiver, line judge inside receiver. Head linesman, you have the wide receiver on your side, and then the back in the backfield. Clock is running. So there is our first mechanic. So this is a backwards pass on the line judge side. So the line judge will hold out a closed fist, straight out, shoulder height, indicating backwards pass until this pass is caught. Since that first pass was a backwards pass, the offense still can make a legal forward pass, which 45 does do here. The player in question is going to be right here. We see him lower his helmet and start leading with the crown of his helmet. If this is a forcible hit, even though the first contact is with the hands, if this is a forcible hit with the crown of the helmet, this is going to be illegal helmet contact on the defense. We have the receiver fall. Pass falls incomplete. Since this is 4th down, all officials should be killing the clock here. 4th down, clock killer. No matter what happens on the play, the clock will stop. All right, so we have an incomplete pass on this play. We're going to take a look at it one more time in slow motion. All right, so leading with the crown of the helmet, making forcible contact with the crown of the helmet, illegal helmet contact. Officials, especially at the youth and high school level, when in doubt, it is illegal helmet contact when there's forcible contact made. This rule is made to protect all players, but most importantly, the one giving the hit. So now what would be the final result on this play? The referee or line judge would throw the flag. we would give the result of the play to the referee of incomplete pass, illegal helmet contact. Since it's an incomplete pass, the basic spot will be the previous spot, which would be the 14-yard line. We would go half the distance to the goal to the B7. Since the foul is on the defense, the play clock is set to 40 seconds. Since the result of the play was an incomplete pass, we're going to start the clock on the snap. Umpire, once you get this information, give the information to the whole entire crew. Jog off 7 yards, half the distance to the goal. Once the H and L match up, put the ball down. Back judge, watch your referee. Once he's done doing the presentation of the foul, get on the 020 or give the signal by winding your finger or pointing or snapping your finger the clock status. In this case, incomplete pass is on the snap, so snap your fingers or get on the official-to-official communication. Clock is cold. Clock will start on the snap. Whole entire crew should be engaged during this penalty enforcement period. Rule and play number 2, encroachment. This is Rule 281715. No player shall enter the neutral zone after the ball is ready for play. Dead ball foul when the defense enters the neutral zone. This is the big difference in high school federation football. You know, we watch Saturday football, Sunday football, and you hear the announcer say it's a free play, or the defense got out of the neutral zone prior to the snap. That is not the case in NFHS high school football. Once the defense enters the neutral zone, the officials shall throw their flag high in the air, stop the clock, and if there's more than one flag, communicate with each other. If you're the only flag, give the preliminary signal of hands on hips. Now let's take a look at the case play. 3rd and 2 at the B6, game clock is running. B55, which is the defense, enters the neutral zone. Then A77 simulates the start of the snap. Let's take a look at the play and what it would look like. So we see the game clock running, and the first thing we're going to talk about as a crew is our mechanics. 3rd and short with goal line mechanics as well. So the mechanics manual says whenever we're snapping inside the 10, officials get ahead of the play, so we're at the goal line before the ball carrier gets to the goal line. But now we're 3rd and 4th down with the line to gain there before the goal line. So these situations we're communicating. We're going to get ahead of the play, but we're going to stop at the line to gain first. More than likely, the offensive coordinator has called a play to get to the line to gain first and not touchdown on this play. So that's why we are still getting ahead of the play, but we're stopping at the line to gain. Find a way as a crew to communicate either hand signals or 020 to remind line of scrimmage officials. Line to gain at the snap. They achieve the line to gain, get to the goal line. So the question is this an encroachment? Defense enters the neutral zone prior to snap, or is this a false start? The offense simulates the snap. So when we replay this, you will see that defense enters the neutral zone before the offense simulates the snap. This is encroachment. Note, if both players, offense and defense, moved at the same time, we would place the foul on the offense because the offense knows the cadence. So if it's a tie, the foul's on the offense. The defense here moved forward into the neutral zone first. By rule, makes it a dead ball foul. Since the ball is dead, we cannot have that false start. The foul is on the defense. Now, mechanically, flags. These flags should go high in the air. When we say high in the air, we have one flag still going upwards we have another flag already on its downward flight. This is the example we want. Flag high in the air, everybody could see it. The line judge is running in, killing the clock, excellent. All right, jogging in, not walking in. And then since there's two flags, the H and L, you want to get together and communicate what you have. You know, the umpire in some situations might have a flag on display because he only sees the offense simulate the snap. He doesn't see the neutral zone, so he does not know the defense entered it or not. So there might be times that three of you congregate together and communicate. All right, so referee, make sure you don't do any preliminary signal or do anything until your crewmates talk with each other. So now the final result. First and goal at the B3. Play clock set to 40 seconds, and it starts on the ready for play. Federation High School, this is a difference. Every foul on the defense, the play clock will be set to 40 seconds, and the offense gets to decide if they want to use the game clock and run it all the way down or not. So as we saw in this video, umpire H and L need to come together and talk. Multiple flags, both players moving. Referee, once you get the information, give it to your crew. Umpire, give enforcement. We're going previous spot, half the distance to the goal. Once the referee is done doing the signals and announcement, back judge, you are letting the referee know the clock status. Since this clock was running prior to the snap, the back judge is going to be using one finger and twirling his one finger, showing that the clock will start on the ready for play signal. Play number 3, scrimmage kick formation. All right, rule 2:14:2. What is scrimmage kick formation? It's when a player is not under the snapper to receive a hand-to-hand snap. An offensive player is 10 yards back behind the snapper. This is a punt situation. Or a holder is 7 yards back behind the snapper and has a knee on the ground. This is a federation difference. For a team to be in scrimmage kick formation, that holder needs to have a knee on the ground. Then the second teammate is 3 yards or less behind the holder. So again, that second player doesn't have to be 10. It could be 9. It could be 8 for a short step kick field goal. But the main thing here is knee on the ground. So we're going to cue up the play. Oh. Some more rule references to keep in mind here when it comes to scrimmage kick formation. Rule 946, which is roughing the snapper. A defensive player shall not charge directly into the snapper when the offense is in scrimmage kick formation. Umpires and referees, do not roll your arms for snapper protection until we have a legal scrimmage kick formation. The other thing we have to realize is Rule 725, exceptions. This is the legal formation, players numbered 50 through 79. When a offensive team is in legal scrimmage kick formation, the offense can have less than 5 players numbered 50 through 79 on the line of scrimmage. All right, so umpires, if they're not in scrimmage kick formation, make sure they have 5 players 50 through 79. Once you roll it out because they are in scrimmage kick formation, then you don't have to worry about 50 through 79. So the case play we're about to see here, we have the case play we're going to watch here. We have 4th and goal at the B18. Holder is 7 yards back with knees off the ground. Kicker 3 yards behind the holder. The defense charges into the snapper right after the snap. Kick is unsuccessful. So here is the play queued up. We have number 7, who is going to be the holder. We have number 1, who's going to be the kicker. The umpire right now is rolling his arms. This is an example. We do not want to roll our arms right now because they are not in legal scrimmage kick formation, because the holder does not have knee on the ground, and really the kicker is not behind the holder yet. As we play this out, as you see, this offensive team never gets into scrimmage kick formation. Number 7 will not get a knee on the ground. Therefore, this snapper is not protected. All right, so referee does a good job. He is watching the backs, making sure 7 doesn't simulate the snap before the snap. The kicker's not simulating the snap before the snap. He's on the open side of the field. In case there is a fake, this referee is going to have to show athleticism and stay on the outside and stay wide, and you're going to have out of bounds up until the goal line. Since we're at the 18, we would have the head linesman go wide in case it's a pass. We would have the back judge stay at the end line. If it turns into a run, move up to the goal line just like if it was a scrimmage play. But right now, the rules we're following is a scrimmage play formation. So 5 players, 50 through 79, have to be on the line of scrimmage, and that snapper does not get protection. As we go, you see that nobody is over the snapper, all right? So we're not going to see actual roughing the snapper on this play, but this is an example where this snapper is not protected. So as we go, kick is up. Kick is no good. What we want to do, this is a field goal kick. Officials, communication. Get on your O2O. Back judge, your whistle. Back judge, have a good idea when that ball actually crosses the plane of the receiver's goal line plane. Because once that ball crosses that plane, though the ball's still live because it could be a successful field goal, the ball is dead as the receivers cannot advance that ball anymore. It's a kick that entered the receiver's end zone. Since we were snapping at the 18, it is unsuccessful field goal, as we see here called by the headline judge. The result of the play is a touchback, so the receiving team gets the ball on the 20-yard line, and they have the option of what position they would like it. Position 1, which is the hash mark nearest the press box. Position 2, which would be the upright nearest the press box. Position 3, middle. Position 4, upright farther away from the press box. Or position 5, the hash mark opposite the press box. So as we stated there, the final result, touchback. 1st and 10 at the 8:20, play clock set to 25 seconds. Game clock will start on the snap. Rule 631B, anytime a scrimmage kick breaks the plane of the receiver's goal line and the kick is unsuccessful, result is a touchback, and in NFHS, it will always be placed at the 20-yard line at the position option of the new offense. So if this kick was from the 22 or 25-yard line, the new offense wouldn't get it from the previous spot. It would still result in a touchback. They would get it at the 20-yard line at the position they so choose. Timing. This is a 3-play vignette of a 3-0 ball game, 4th quarter. All right, so this is the situation all officiating crews want to have every single Friday night. But we have to be prepared for this situation as well, because every little thing we do could impact the final result of the game. So we want to be perfect. This is an example that we're going to take a look here, is mistakes are made when people are tired or when people are hurrying too fast. So let's not be the team that's tired in the fourth quarter. Let's not be the team that is hurrying when we don't have to hurry. So rule 344B, the game clock shall stop when an official's timeout is taken. 357B, an official's timeout is taken when a first down is declared. Why do we call that an official's timeout? Because we need to move the chains. We need to make sure the down box is correct. We need to make sure all officials are in their new position and in a place that they're ready to officiate. So we call timeout, we stop the game clock, get everything in order, and then when everything is in order, then we are going to start the clock again, because the previous play in this vignette, it was a tackle inbounds for a first down. Okay, so now, another rule we're going to see here, play number 2, is we have a false start. We're under 2 minutes. When we're under 2 minutes of either half, the offended team will have the option to start the game clock on the snap when the game clock is running. So the question was asked, let's say it was a first down and they ran out of bounds. So we're going to start on the snap. Now we have a false start. Can the offended team choose to start the clock on the ready for play? The answer is no. With this rule 347, the offended team only is allowed to have the option to save time, not take time away from the team that fouled. So in this case play, we have a new series of downs. Offense is losing 3-0, and they have 1st and 10 at the A36. So first play is 1st and 10, A36. We have a completed pass to A1 where he is going to be tackled at the B19 inbounds. And then when the offense gets settled, the defense gets settled, the officials are almost settled, we have we have an illegal snap by A55. So this play is a great play to talk about as a crew as you're driving to your game or if you're at your game site. How are you as a crew going to handle this situation? So here we have minute 22 left. New series, 1st down and 10 from the 36-yard line, 3-0 ball game. Offense is losing at home. Long completed pass to the 19-yard line. All right, so now our adrenaline is going. The crowd's adrenaline is going. We're going to try to hurry up and go as fast as we can. But guess what, officials? We don't have to. The clock is stopped for an official's timeout. All right, so at this point, we're going to confirm there are no flags on the field by the referee. And as we see, there are no flags on the field. Chain crew is doing a phenomenal job of holding their spot until that referee points first down or the headline judge waves that chain crew down. So this crew must have done a great job talking before the game. There are 2 times you move the chains. Referee points first down or the headline judge waves the chains down. So good job by the chain crew. Now with that being said, we have a good chain crew holding their spot. We have to allow for them now to move. All right. So there's a lot of moving parts here. We have offense trying to hurry up to their positions to save the game clock. We have the defense trying to get on the other side of the ball, on their side of the neutral zone so they don't foul. We have ball mechanics since we are underneath 2 minutes. All right. Ideally, we want to limit how many tosses of the ball we have. So, line of scrimmage officials. On this situation, you to the umpire is preferred, not umpire to back judge to umpire. Back judges, if you can get that ball carrier's attention, have them feed you the ball. directly instead of the line of scrimmage official, again, now we only have one ball toss, back judge to umpire. So we're going to continue playing this out. We wound up losing the ball because the player's in a hurry, we're in a hurry. If we do not hurry, we will not make mistakes. Clock is stopped. This is not the situation where we have to go full throttle as fast as we can. Okay, we're still not in a hurry. All right, the offense is still in a hurry. No need for us officials to be in a hurry because we don't have the chain set, we don't have our back judge in position yet, and we don't have our line judge in position yet. Still no hurry to start this game back up. Wait until our entire crew is ready. Your 4 officials, your 3 chain gang members. Because when we go too fast, as we see here, this is when mistakes happen. All right, so we had a double clutch by the snapper, which is an illegal snap. All right, so correctly called, illegal snap by the offense. And if you have clock management, the previous play ended with 1:11. We wound the clock properly started, and our chains are still moving. We have an illegal snap, flag, kill the clock. All right, so the big thing here is when we are in these end of the game situations and we have an official's timeout because of a first down inbounds, do not hurry. There is no advantage to either team to allow the officiating crew to be in position, the chain crew to be in position, offense lined up legally, defense lined up legally. Slow down when that clock is stopped. Make sure we're talking about this play, these situations as a crew, especially later in the season when wild card and playoff positioning matters the most. So as we play this out, we're going to have a false start or illegal snap offense. All right. We're going to have a 5-yard penalty from the 19. We are correctly enforcing it from the previous spot, position number 1, 19 to the 24. And I have a note here. Did the line judge ask the defensive coach, now that they're in the red zone, 1:08 left, does that defensive coach want to go on the snap? Because if they score, now the white team is either tied with them or behind the opponent. So they might want to conserve time here. So we just got to slow down, give them the option. Coach, the clock was running. The offense fouled. You're the offended team. Do you want to go on the snap or do you want to go on the ready? Good job. Play clock set to 25 because it was a offensive foul. Offensive foul, 25. Defensive foul, 40. So the final result, all right, we first had the 1st and 10 be 19. Play clock is set to 40 seconds. Play clock will start on the ready for play when all 5 officials are ready and the chain crew is ready. When we have a false start or illegal snap, we're going to back it up 15. 1st and 15 at the beat 24. Offensive foul sets the play clock to 25 seconds. Game clock will start on the snap or ready for play pending what the offended team chooses because the clock was running. All right, that is when they have the choice underneath 2 minutes of the second quarter and fourth quarter. This concludes our training tape of plays this previous week from week 1. A reminder, Premier Sports Officials Association will be hosting an NSAA Part 2 test review Wednesday, September 11th, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock at Tanner's, 119th and Pacific Street in Omaha, Nebraska. If you're in Scottsbluff, if you're in York, if you're in Lyons, if you're in Auburn or Nebraska City, we do not expect you to drive up to Omaha, Nebraska to partake in this Part 2 review. That's why we have this YouTube channel that you're coming to for these training tapes, and you could come back to for our live events. So if you scan this QR code with your cell phone, subscribe to the channel completely free, click the bell so you'll get a reminder of when a live event is about to begin. You will be able to join this Part 2 review and participate by going into the chat box as well. When you do get to the YouTube channel, again, the live event will be under live. All of our previous live practices have been saved, and you can watch referee meeting, umpire meeting, line of scrimmage meeting, back judge meeting. If you want to learn college rules mechanics, you can watch the GPAC staff meeting and training tape there as well. What I really love is comments and feedback and questions from the audience. If your crew had a play the previous week that you think other crews can learn from, or if you want to know, did we get this ruling correct, please contact us at PSOA@premiersportsofficials.com, and we could use your play to help educate other crews, other football officials, other coaches. All right, so under community is our rules questions that are turned in. Under shorts is a daily video of a play, of a rule situation, a philosophy situation. So we use this channel to educate officials, spectators, coaches, and players, but this information that we gather is from you, the audience. So please contact us. Please use this YouTube channel for your education and spread it. The more we have all parties involved, stakeholders involved, and we understand the terminology correctly, less unsporting behavior we will have. With no further ado, that doesn't conclude our training tape number 2 for the season. Thank you for taking time out with Premier Sports Officials Association. We will see you back here again next week after Week 2 games are played. Officials, remember, you're only as good as your last call.